Yo guys, welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel. In today's video, we've got some big breaking news from Giovanni, Quenda and Chelsea, what's going on there, but also other stories. So let's get straight into it. So starting off with young talented striker Youssouf Moukoko. So we know came on the scene very young at Borussia Dortmund and started off very well for Dortmund. From a young player. Then obviously we know last season some frustration over playing time. So Borussia Dortmund decided to send Moukoko out on loan for this season to get more playing time and help with his development, because Borussia Dortmund, as we know, have a lot of faith in Moukoko for future very good, important striker for the club. So obviously, Nice signed him on a loan deal, and that loan has not worked out for whatever reasons. But Youssouf Moukoko, 22 appearances, only 2 goals, and we know there was a buy option in the loan deal for Moukoko. And what we can say is that the Nice will not trigger the buy option for Youssouf Moukoko after the president of Nice explain that they will not trigger the buy option, and that it's very unlikely unless his form changes drastically in the remaining games of the season. So what is next for Moukoko? So when Moukoko returns, we know Borussia Dortmund big overhaul in the summer expected after an underwhelming season in the Bundesliga, but we know they still are in the Champions League quarterfinals. But Moukoko will discuss his next steps with Borussia Dortmund when he returns at the end of the season. And what they could decide on is a permanent transfer or even another loan deal with another option to buy. So let's wait and see. Just a quick one, sticking on the subject of Borussia Dortmund, and we're going to talk about Marcel Sabitzer. So Sabitzer, along with Sebastian Haller, are both expected to leave. So we know Haller is on loan at Leganés in Spain, and when he returns, Borussia Dortmund will look for a permanent transfer away from the club. And from what I've been told, Marcel Sabitzer has a concrete chance of leaving Borussia Dortmund this summer. For the reason, performance-wise, and Borussia Dortmund are looking at new midfielders for the summer. So let's wait and see. But once again, this is subject to change with Sabitzer, because Sabitzer could have a very good last few games of the season, and Borussia Dortmund could maybe go to the final of the Champions League again. So this could change, but at the moment, Sabitzer has a concrete chance to leave Borussia Dortmund in the summer. So Napoli have reached a verbal agreement with Empoli over the signing of Luca Marianucci, and the young centre-back from Empoli this season. Very good performances, and Napoli are now ready to sign all of the documents to complete the deal with Empoli, which will leave Luca joining Napoli in the summer transfer window. So a €10 million package is being accepted from Empoli, and a 5-year deal Luca Marianucci will sign and become new centre-back next season for Napoli. And it's one of the positions Napoli want to strengthen, as we know, and along with the right winger position. And in that winger position, we know in January they were searching, and one thing we can say is Alejandro Garnacho is one of the top options, but maybe Garnacho no longer is a real option they're looking at, but it could depend on if a Victor Osimhen departure comes. But another player they were looking at is Eden Zigrova from Lille. And we know Lille in a very important position at the moment, because Angel Gomez becomes a free agent in the summer, same with Jonathan David, and Eden Zigrova has already said a few weeks ago in the media that he plans to leave Lille in the summer. And from what I know, Lille aren't expected to get in the way, but Napoli, going back to Napoli and Zigrova, Napoli tried to make a move in January, but Lille didn't want to sell him due to the Champions League position they were in. But this could change now, as I said. And Zigrova, his likely destination is to move to Italy in the summer with. He's a name on the list for Juventus, but what I'm told, Napoli are ready to make a new move for Zigrova in the summer, because Napoli expected to work on the winger positions and try and go for the Serie A title again next season. And Zigrova was one of the top options to replace Kavica Kvaratskhelia, who we know signed for PSG and was a big move, and Napoli will fill that void in the summer. And Zigrova is one of the top options at the moment from what I've been told. And as I said, Eden Zigrova is expected to leave Lille in the summer, so let's just wait and see for what happens. But preparing a new move, Napoli are for Zigrova. Garnacho's situation at the moment is unknown. So now big transfer news, and the first big deal really going into the summer transfer window is from Chelsea. And we know Chelsea are very active, and I spoke about a few weeks ago Chelsea and the left winger role, and it's something they've been looking at internally for the last season of an option who they can bring in. And I said it's not the top priority, but it is one if there is an opportunity they will move for. And they have moved for Giovanni Quenda, and they've agreed a deal, and he is set to join Chelsea in 2026. So one of the top talents, Ruben Amorim, was a big fan of him, and Manchester United were also working on a deal for Quenda in January, but Chelsea have swooped in and made the signing of the young talent. So let's get to the figures. So the fee is between 45 and 50 million euros, which is what is expected, and also the fee Manchester United was talking to Sporting Lisbon about. And he will sign a 7-year contract with an option for 1 more year, because we know Chelsea like to give out these big contracts. So 7-year contract, and he will stay on loan until so next season, the 2025-2026 season, he'll stay on loan at Sporting Lisbon, which is a key thing in the negotiations. And also then he'll join Chelsea from 2026. So Chelsea active once again. They're expected to be in the summer. Quenda joins in 2026, and we know with Chelsea, with Blue Co owning the club, that they like to future-proof, and that is what they're doing. We know they're signing a lot of young talent out there, so let's wait and see. But Chelsea signed Giovanni Quenda, one of Man United's top targets going into the summer. And Manchester United wanted Quenda to join them this summer, working on a deal since January, but Chelsea sweeping for the signing. So that is it. Premier League clubs expected to be very active in the summer, because last summer wasn't really active due to PSR and these type of things, but many clubs expected to be active from England in the summer. From other clubs across Europe also as well, expecting a very active summer transfer window. But thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.